In this video, we'll take a look at filling out the Patrol ORA form in SiteDocs. We'll start at the login screen. Input your username and password to log into the application. The first time you log in, SiteDocs will download all the forms and resource documents included in your account. Next, you'll be presented with a list of locations you're assigned to. In most cases, this will just be one, your club. Now that you're logged in, we'll select Forms from the icons at the bottom of the app and select Patrol ORA from the list of forms, and then select New to start a new form. First, we have a drop-down to select Paid or Volunteer Service, then a worker name selector to fill in your name. Next is a text box where we can fill in the name of the beach we're on if it's not our club beach. Then we can select Add Current Location to automatically pull our GPS coordinates into the form. Next, I have two number-only sections to add how many lifeguards are currently on duty and how many are currently refreshed. The next few sections are collapsed, so we just need to select the arrow on the right-hand side to open them. In the environmental condition report, most of these questions are predetermined drop-down lists that we can choose from. The first 5 questions allow us to select a single answer. So we'll select the wind direction, wind strength, weather conditions, wave height, and surf conditions. The next 3 questions allow us to select multiple answers if necessary. So we'll select the tidal activity, the wave type, and existing hazards. Finally, I'll select the camera icon to take a photo of the surf conditions. Unfortunately, I'm in Canada, so I'm stuck with this view of rain and snow. Last, we'll check off the box to indicate that we've attached a photo. Next, we have our risk assessment section. There's a risk matrix at the top here to help guide us in our assessment. Then we'll use the drop-down lists here to fill in our current risk to lifeguards and the controls or PPE that the lifeguards will be using today. Now that the controls have been applied, we can fill in the new risk rating and the current water users. Next, we can use a second risk matrix to rate the risk to the water users, any controls that will apply, and the risk once they're applied. The next section is for emergency response assets, which allows us to go through our assets and select pass or fail for each question. At the bottom of the section, we have a text box to fill in any actions required to ensure that the assets are fit for purpose. We can even use the dictate function on the device's keyboard to speak in the actions instead of manually typing them out. The last section here is a final risk assessment. First, we have a text box to fill in any health conditions of the lifeguards and how they'll be managed. Next, there's a drop-down to rate the capability of the lifeguards. And the last question is whether or not it's safe to proceed with our patrol today. Now that the form is filled out, we can select Sign and Save at the bottom of the form, select the name, sign with a finger, and select Sign and Save. Now that it's saved, it'll automatically be synced to your administration team. One last thing to note here. You may have noticed that at the top there are instructions stating that one of these forms must be filled out prior to commencing patrol, but we also have to do one when the conditions, hazards, and risks change. We have a great feature to help you save time with filling out any additional forms. Instead of starting a brand new form each time, we can select Duplicate, and then select the form that we filled out at the beginning of the patrol. This copies all the answers we just filled out, so all we have to do is change the information that has changed and sign and save the form again. Now you can see how quick and easy it is to fill out this form, and you don't have to worry about the form getting lost, left in a vehicle, or damaged anymore. As soon as you sign a form, it's permanently saved in SiteDocs and isn't going anywhere. If you have any questions about filling out forms or anything else in your SiteDocs app, feel free to reach out to our amazing support team at support@sitedocs.com.